This is Kendra with Truist TV, and I'm back with another video. And according to what you're looking at right now, you can tell what this topic is going to be on, right? And so this is for educational purpose only. Each one teach one, food for thought right now. This is a food for thought conversation going on right now. Please comment down below if you agree or your opinion on what I'm about, my commentary that I'm about to give. Due to the current situation that's going on in the White House, prompt me to make videos like this. So I wanted to discuss the percentage of criminal activity in America, right? So we're going to read this, right? Currently, you guys can see for yourself, right? Homicide among homicide victims in 2019. Now, this is 2019. I would rather have it be current, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to keep it, right? I want it current, and I'll go currently, and I'll do it in a few minutes. But in 2019, where the race was known, 54.7% were black or African American. I like what they did right there, because this is going to be what segues me into my conversation. 42.3% were white. 3.1 were of other races. Now I'm going to go homicide with white victims and black offenders were more than 2.3 times more common than the opposite. White victims. So they're trying to paint a narrative that we kill white people more when there's no proof of it. But okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's go to this. Okay. So it's funny how when they say 54.7% were black or African American, because the problem with this is African American is a misnomer. And African American can also denote to Africans from Africa who are in America, right? Black, right? Who are some American, Indian, who are us, right? But that can also be cast to immigrants as well, right? The word black, right? What kind of black? Were they Spanish black, Latinos and Hispanic from different countries? What kind of black? Were they Jamaican, Haitian, right? Latinos, right? Right? So when you say somebody 54.7% were black or African American, the problem with that is you have grouped foreigners in with black American, given the illusion that we do more crime. So if I took immigrants and I placed them with the American people, it would have an inflation to seem like black people in America do more crimes than white folk. But these other racial groups, Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans from various parts of Africa, some Latino and Hispanic groups that are also brown skinned being grouped in, because we know other races mean white Hispanics, Hindu, and Asian. But here it says black or African American. Well, we know these titles are given to anybody with melanin, with brown skin, no matter where they come from. African American stands for two people. The fictitious title given to black people in 1988 by Jesse Jackson, and it can also mean Africans from Africa, whether they be white or not. Remember, Afrikaners are white. Right? Right. So when you say that 54.7% black people commit homicides or crimes, you have added other racial groups to black Americans, which would make it look as if we are do more criminal acts than anybody else, when in fact white people would have been doing more. Because if you remove the immigrants who are being added to black people, you will find, white people here making up 42.3% of homicides and crimes in America, right? This is just homicides. 42.3%. Who can you blame that on? There's not other races being added to white crimes, which means white people commit way more crime than the average black American, because who is being added to the black Americans' crime statistic but other foreign black people, such as your Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans? So when they commit a crime, who are they saying did it? Somebody black. They don't give whether or not this is an African black, Haitian black, Spanish or Latino black, European black or American black, American Indian. No, they don't give that. They just group us all together and say black. So there's this idea that black Americans commit all these heinous, violent acts of crime, when the truth of the matter is white people would single-handedly, without anybody being added, any foreigners being added to their statistics, would be actually the ones committing way more crime. Do you understand? 42.3% with nobody being added, no immigrants being added, are considered white. Because only white people consider themselves white. And if there are foreigners being considered white, then that exposes a hell of a lot more than what I'm saying, doesn't it? Which would lessen the number of truly white people, which means that white people still, being smaller in number, commit more crimes than black people. I digress. Isn't that what you tried to say about us? You only make up a small percentage of the American population and you commit the most crimes. Not according to your own statistics. Black and African American, we don't. How many of those criminals are actually American black people? Actually. How many? Actually. Do you have the number? No, because you just group everybody together. And if you do have the number, it's not nearly as high as you want the world to believe. But you do have the number that 42.3% white people, without any immigrants being added, commit homicide, murder. I digress. I rest my case. Order in the courtroom. The gaveling is going off. Oh, order in the courtroom. Order in the courtroom. Everybody's screaming. We object. We object. Order in the courtroom. I rest my case. Do you understand me? White people do more homicides than anybody else. Who is being added to white population when we are taking these statistics? No one. Who is being added to black populations when they do these statistics? Every black immigrant along with black Americans. So anybody that got enough melanin and hair's kinky or curly or wavy is being added to the crime statistics for blacks. And it's not by my wording, it's even by your own. We're black or African American. Who do they call African American? The ones who are called African American in 1988, coined by Jesse Jackson, and Africans who come from the so-called diaspora. So any crime they commit will also be added to American black people. Same thing goes with Haitians and Jamaicans. If they commit a crime, it is added to black people. If you are Latino or Hispanic, which is Haitian, I know, but but I'm talking about if they Puerto Rican, come from Ecuador, El Salvador, Cuba, and they got brown skin or they light skinned people with kinky hair, they add it to us, which would give this inflated illusion that black people are doing more crimes. I rest my case, y'all. This is Kendra with Truest TV. They don't care about cracking down on no crimes. Because if they did, they would start with drugs first. They would go get those people who are creating drugs in the inner city streets, all the peddlers, even from the white ones that's in Congress. If they really cared about our city streets, instead of them trying to incarcerate and penalize people for being homeless, they would make jobs for these homeless people, having them clean up the inner city streets, employ them, and make housing affordable for them to make them viable working adults in the streets. They give incentives to rehabilitation centers to get these people reformed from drugs and alcohol. They would close down these alcohol stores and shops everywhere and wouldn't allow it in all our city streets. Wouldn't be a liquor store in every block, because we understand that liquor adds to the problem. But instead of there being war on these things, and instead of them going to actually build up the inner city structure, they come in and try to make there be a bad guy, and that's the black man. Because as long as you give the insecure or inferior feeling, or the lowest white man, you make him think he better than the best black man, and even more better than the worst black man. You could pick his pockets and he won't notice. And if you even give him the ability to dare to think he's better by killing in the street innocent black men, women, and children, by thinking that he is valued more, he'll even pay you. That is what's going on in America right now. They ain't worried about no crimes, because then Trump wouldn't be accused of doing criminal activity, talking about stealing. How dare you? Weren't you just charged with theft? Stealing from the American people? Ain't y'all stealing money from the American people to go fund bombing, killing men, women, and children? Aren't you doing that? You're stealing from the American people to go line the pockets of foreigners so that they have free health care while American citizens pay for theirs. While they inflate our dollar. In other countries, they're able to live free, have affordable housing. But I digress, but you're talking about stealing. How dare you? How dare you? If you want to crack down on criminal activity, start with the White House. Start with the congressional. You got criminal activities a mile long. Start with the police officers that you're trying to weaponize in freaking Washington, D.C. and New York and all these other areas where it's predominantly black people that you're trying to criminalize. Start with them. Most of those officers have rap sheets longer than the people that they're trying to apprehend. You ain't worried about no crime. You're giving the illusion that you care about criminal activity while simultaneously being a part of it. Orchestrating it even. Police group brutality is a criminal offense. I digress. It's Kendra with Truest TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye for now.